There you go. What's up, Buttercups? Today we are talking about hitting rails with snowboards. First thing we need to talk about is rails themselves. No, not those rails. These rails. Now, personally, I don't detune my boards. Some people like to detune them, and that is basically the process of unsharpening your edges. A lot of people think that when you are skiing or snowboarding, you obviously like sharper edges are better. When it comes to jibs, that's not necessarily the case. It's actually better to have less sharp edges so that you don't catch edge when you're trying to hit jibs. That being said, I wouldn't go out and get your snowboard detuned. I would just not get your snowboard tuned when you're first learning how to hit rails. The second thing I'm gonna suggest is that you get masterful, and I mean masterful, at hitting boxes. Boxes are the gateway drug to rails. You want to be super comfortable with switching from riding on snow to riding on hard surfaces. Go ahead and just practice by putting yourself into awkward angles on boxes and getting yourself out of sticky situations, because you're going to need that when you switch up to hitting more like extreme features. Once you feel very comfortable on boxes, the first type of rail that I would try is a big, thick, juicy, round rail, you know, like a big old heifer of a rail. Once you found yourself a big old thick round rail, it's time to set up your approach. The first trick that I always suggest when you're setting up on a rail is 50-50. I think it's the easiest to get out of. It's just the simplest trick. To set up for a 50-50, if you're goofy, you're gonna be on the right side of the rail. If you're regular, you're gonna be on the left side of the rail. So basically your toes are gonna be facing the rail. When you're rolling up to it, you want to have your toes slightly edged out, and the first couple times, my suggestion is to just jump right over that thing. Just get a feel for getting on and off of it. So jump over it so that you can understand how high you need to jump to get onto the rail. When you're first doing it, don't be afraid to do a couple Dinkers first, where you just like kind of hop on and hop off. So you're gonna go over your toes and not really lock onto the rail. So you're still kind of aiming to jump over it, but you're getting on the rail. Once you're comfortable getting onto the rail, that's when you can start locking in. When I first started hitting rails, I would like always roll off toe side. Even if I made it down the rail and got pretty far, like almost to the end, I would still roll off toe side, and that's because I was not even trying to lock in. I was really scared. So it's okay if it takes you a while, because it took me a while. The biggest factor for me when I learned how to lock into rails was aiming down rail. So a lot of people, when they first start jumping onto the rails, they are looking at their feet or where they are, and you need to look at where you're going. Once you've started aiming down rail, you want to start jumping on with your heels kind of angled out, and roll yourself from heel to flat. When you're first starting to hit rails, speed can actually be your friend. So don't be afraid to go a little bit faster. It kind of gets you on and off real quick. You're less prone to fall on the rail that way. It's once you get a little bit better that you realize it looks a lot cleaner when you slow down. And you can do like more rotations and things like that and start working other tricks into your book. So at first, don't be afraid to just go fast, and then as you get better and better, you can kind of just slowly roll up to rails and like ollie on and have that smooth, like silky, just sandy looking, buttery, sexy 50-50. And then as you progress with your 50-50s, you can kind of start turning your shoulders while you're on the rail and start learning how to like 180 out, 360 out, transition into board slides, things like that. And you know, it'll just keep opening up for you. You start learning more and more and more. So that's pretty much all I got to tell you guys. Take it up to the mountains, try some stuff out. Let me know what you think about this video. I really hope it helped you out. If it did help you, please leave a comment and let me know what you think. And also leave a comment and tell me maybe what video I should make next. Alright, we will see you next time. I will be in Utah. We're hitting Brighton, Solitude, and Snowboard. So that's coming up. Be on the lookout for the new videos. Alright.